Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they never trust themselves. Right now, someone with less ability than you is winning because they chose certainty over doubt. Confidence isn't a gift, it's a decision. Why most people fail and why you won't. Most people don't fail loudly. They fail quietly. They fail in small moments no one applauds and no one punishes. They fail when they trade what they want most for what feels comfortable now, and they call it being realistic. Listen closely, because this is where lives quietly split into two paths. One path is crowded. It's noisy with opinions, excuses, and borrowed dreams. It's paved with someday, after this, and when things calm down. On this path, people don't collapse, they drift. They drift away from their promise, from their discipline, from the fire they once felt at night when no one was watching. They don't lose because they're weak, they lose because they never decided who they would be when it got hard. The other path is narrow, it's quiet. It demands something upfront: clarity, conviction, ownership. This path asks you to choose before you feel ready. It asks you to act while your hands shake. It asks you to tell the truth to yourself about what you're avoiding. Most people never step onto this path because it costs them their favorite lie, that someday they'll start. Here's the truth few will tell you. Failure isn't caused by lack of talent, it's caused by lack of alignment. People fail because their actions don't match their words, their habits don't match their goals, and their daily behavior doesn't match the future they say they want. They speak ambition, but practice hesitation. They admire discipline, but negotiate with it. They say they believe, but they live as if doubt is in charge. History doesn't reward potential, it rewards decision. Thomas Edison didn't outthink the world, he outlasted it. Walt Disney wasn't spared rejection, he was shaped by it. Abraham Lincoln wasn't born fearless, he learned to stand while the ground kept shaking beneath him. These men were not powered by endless motivation, they were driven by something far quieter and far more dangerous: certainty. Not certainty of outcome, but certainty of identity. They knew who they were becoming, and they arranged their days accordingly. Most people fail because they wait for confidence to arrive before they act, but confidence is not a prerequisite, it is a byproduct. It's built in motion, not in planning. It's forged when you keep your word to yourself on the days no one is clapping. It's strengthened when you do the work without permission, without validation, without guarantees. You won't fail, not because you're special, but because you'll do what most won't. You'll stop romanticizing motivation and start honoring discipline. You'll stop asking how long it takes and start asking who you must become. You'll stop outsourcing belief to circumstances and start generating it through action. You'll understand that clarity is not found, it's chosen. Vision is not a gift, it's a decision. Purpose is not discovered in comfort, it's revealed under pressure. Most people fail because they confuse movement with progress. They stay busy, but they don't move forward. They collect information, but avoid implementation. They watch others build lives they secretly want, then tell themselves they're just being patient. But patience without direction is just procrastination dressed well. You won't do that. You'll simplify. You'll cut the noise. You'll decide what matters and eliminate what doesn't. You'll build mornings that command your day and evenings that audit your integrity. You'll stop asking for perfect conditions and start becoming the kind of person who creates them. There's a moment, quiet, often invisible, when the future locks in. It happens when you choose to act while uncertainty breathes down your neck, when you choose to practice courage in small, repeatable ways, when you choose to keep going after the novelty fades and the grind reveals itself. That's the moment most people turn back. That's the moment you won't.
because you'll understand this. The world doesn't bow to intention, it bows to consistency. It doesn't reward desire, it rewards demonstrated belief. And belief, real belief, is what you do next when no one is watching, when progress is slow, when the only witness is your own conscience. Failure is common because comfort is common. Success is rare because commitment is rare. But rarity is not destiny, it's a choice. And tonight, right now, in this breath, you can choose differently. You can choose to stop living as a draft and start living as a declaration. Most people fail because they never fully decide. You won't, because you already are.
Because once a decision is made at the level of identity, everything else begins to fall in line. Most people fail because they keep their options open. They leave a back door unlocked, a safety net stretched beneath their effort. They say, "I'll try," which secretly means, "I'll quit if it hurts." They flirt with change, but never commit to it. They want the reward without the responsibility, the title without the training, the outcome without the obedience to process. You won't fail because you'll close the back door. You'll understand that burning the boats is not recklessness, it's focus. When Hernán Cortés reached the shores with no path back, his men stopped debating and started building. When there's no escape, there's clarity. When there's clarity, there's power. You'll stop giving yourself the option to retreat into old habits, old excuses, old comforts. You'll decide that the version of you who hesitates no longer gets a vote. Most people fail because they mistake intensity for longevity. They sprint for a week and disappear for a month. They post once, plan twice, talk endlessly, and then vanish when results don't arrive on schedule. They don't lack effort, they lack rhythm. They don't need more passion, they need more structure. You won't fail because you'll build a system that outlives your mood. You'll learn to win the quiet hours, the early mornings when the world is still undecided, the late evenings when distractions beg for attention. You'll create routines that make success boring and failure inconvenient. You'll design your environment to support your intention, not sabotage it. And you'll keep showing up, not because you feel inspired, but because you've learned that discipline is a form of self-respect. Most people fail because they personalize obstacles. They see resistance and assume it's a sign to stop. They meet criticism and mistake it for truth. They face rejection and conclude it's about their worth. They forget that friction is not rejection, it's initiation. It's the price of entry into any meaningful arena. You won't fail because you'll reframe resistance as confirmation. When the road tightens, you'll know you're moving forward. When doubt speaks, you'll hear it as proof that you're stretching beyond your old limits. When fear rises, you'll treat it like a compass pointing toward growth. You'll stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this preparing me for?" Most people fail because they chase approval. They shape their dreams to fit the comfort of others. They edit their ambition to avoid being misunderstood. They shrink to stay safe. They forget that the world only remembers those who were willing to be misjudged before they were respected. You won't fail because you'll stop negotiating your purpose. You'll learn that confidence isn't loud, it's grounded. It doesn't beg, it proceeds. It doesn't wait for consensus, it moves with conviction. You'll speak less about what you plan to do and do more of what needs to be done. You'll let results speak in a language that requires no explanation. Most people fail because they never develop patience with themselves. They expect mastery without apprenticeship, clarity without confusion, success without seasons of invisibility. They quit at the very stage where growth is happening beneath the soil. They don't realize that roots grow in darkness long before anything breaks the soil. You won't fail because you'll respect the season you're in. You'll honor the unseen work. You'll invest when returns are delayed. You'll build skill quietly, strengthen character privately, and sharpen your vision without applause. You'll trust that what you practice in obscurity will perform under pressure. And when your moment comes, it won't feel sudden, it will feel earned. Most people fail because they outsource responsibility. They blame the algorithm, the economy, the timing, their past. They wait to be rescued by opportunity instead of becoming prepared for it. They forget that life doesn't respond to complaints, it responds to competence. You won't fail because you'll take full ownership. You'll stop asking who's to blame and start asking what's required. You'll stop counting reasons and start counting reps. You'll stop wishing for easier circumstances and start becoming stronger within the ones you have. You'll realize that control is not about eliminating challenges, it's about mastering your response to them. And then something shifts. Your days begin to align with your values. Your habits begin to echo your vision. Your confidence begins to stabilize, not because life is easy, but because you are steady. You stop being surprised by adversity. You expect it. You welcome it. You train for it. Most people fail because they never become students of themselves. They don't reflect, refine, or recalibrate. They repeat the same year 10 times and call it experience. They avoid feedback because it threatens their ego. They forget that growth demands humility before it delivers strength. You won't fail because you'll stay teachable. You'll audit your days. You'll study your patterns. You'll learn from your losses without letting them define you. You'll extract lessons instead of excuses. And with each iteration, you'll become sharper, calmer, more precise. Eventually, the world will notice, not because you asked it to, but because consistency leaves a trail. Opportunities will appear that once felt unreachable. People will call you lucky, unaware of the nights you chose discipline over distraction, clarity over comfort, action over approval. And in that moment, you'll remember this truth. Most people fail because they never fully commit to who they could become. You won't because you decided to live deliberately. Not tomorrow, not when it's easy, but now. And that decision, quiet, firm, irreversible, is why you will win. Because once you cross that invisible line, where intention turns into identity, you no longer move like everyone else. You stop waiting for permission. Most people fail because they live reactively. They wake up already behind, already responding, already negotiating with distractions. Their attention is scattered, their energy diluted, their focus rented out to everything except the one thing that matters. They confuse motion with progress and busyness with purpose. Their days fill up, but their lives stay empty. You won't fail because you'll learn to guard your attention like a fortress. You will understand that what you focus on doesn't just grow, it becomes you. You'll stop feeding fears with imagination and start feeding your vision with action. You'll choose fewer inputs and deeper execution. You'll silence the noise not by fighting it, but by becoming too committed to listen. While others are scrolling, you'll be constructing. While others are comparing, you'll be compounding. Most people fail because they never master the inner dialogue. They let the voice in their head speak unchecked, doubting, criticizing, predicting disaster before effort even begins. They don't realize that the mind believes whatever it hears most often, especially when spoken in their own voice. You won't fail because you'll become intentional with your self-talk. You'll replace vague hope with precise language. You'll stop saying, "I'll try," and start saying, "I will." You'll stop asking, "What if it doesn't work?" and start asking, "What if this is exactly how it begins?" You'll learn that confidence is not arrogance, it's alignment between thought, word, and action. And once those three move together, momentum becomes inevitable. Most people fail because they chase outcomes instead of standards. They obsess over results they can't fully control and neglect behaviors they can.
They ride emotional highs when things go well and spiral when they don't. Their motivation becomes fragile because it's tied to external feedback. You won't fail because you'll anchor yourself to standards. You'll commit to showing up at a certain level regardless of applause or silence. You'll measure success by effort given, not validation received. You'll keep your promises to yourself even when no one is watching, especially then. Over time, your standards will shape your outcomes, and your outcomes will surprise even you. Most people fail because they misunderstand confidence. They think it's something you're born with, something reserved for the loud, the lucky, the naturally gifted. They don't see that confidence is built the same way muscle is, through resistance, repetition, and recovery. You won't fail because you'll earn your confidence. Every hard conversation you don't avoid, every uncomfortable action you take anyway, every moment you choose courage over comfort, each one deposits evidence into your identity. And one day, you'll realize you're no longer trying to be confident. You are confident because you've lived like someone who trusts themselves. Most people fail because they fear being alone in their pursuit. They want company before competence, agreement before action. They don't understand that every meaningful path begins in solitude, that the early stages are supposed to feel lonely, not because you're lost, but because you're ahead. You won't fail because you'll make peace with solitude. You'll use it to think deeply, to plan clearly, to hear your own voice without interference. You'll stop explaining your dreams to people who aren't committed to their own. You'll save your energy for execution, not justification. And in that quiet, you'll discover something rare, the ability to trust your direction even when no one else sees it yet. Most people fail because they quit too soon emotionally. Even if they stay physically present, they detach mentally. They go through the motions without belief, without hunger, without fire. They let disappointment harden into indifference, and indifference is the beginning of the end. You won't fail because you'll protect your fire. You'll revisit your why when motivation dips. You'll reconnect with the vision when progress slows. You'll remind yourself that purpose is not a feeling, it's a decision you renew daily. And when fatigue sets in, you won't interpret it as weakness. You'll see it as proof that you're working at the edge of your capacity and expanding it. Most people fail because they never learn how to lose properly. They either collapse under failure or pretend it didn't matter. They miss the lesson, waste the pain, and repeat the pattern. You won't fail because you'll learn how to lose forward. You'll analyze without self-attack. You'll adjust without drama. You'll extract wisdom and move on stronger, not bitter. You'll understand that every setback carries information, and those who learn fastest rise fastest. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you'll change. Your presence will sharpen. Your words will carry weight. Your actions will feel deliberate. People will sense it before they can explain it. Resistance will still exist, but it will no longer intimidate you. You'll have faced yourself too many times to be shaken by circumstance. Most people fail because they wait for confidence, clarity, or courage to arrive before they act. You won't, because you'll act first. And through that action, you'll become the person who no longer wonders if they'll make it. They know, because they already did, long before anyone else noticed.
Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they never decided who they are. They wake up every morning borrowing identities from the world around them. One day they want success because they saw someone else winning. The next day they doubt themselves because someone else is louder, faster, richer. Their life becomes a reaction, not a direction. Dale Carnegie understood this long before the world learned to package confidence as a slogan. He knew that the human mind is a mirror. It does not reflect truth, it reflects belief. And when belief is borrowed, strength collapses the moment pressure arrives. Look closely at history, not the polished quotes, not the framed portraits. Look at the moments before greatness was visible. Thomas Edison was not celebrated while he failed thousands of times. He was ridiculed, questioned, dismissed. What kept him standing was not motivation. Motivation fades. It was certainty. A quiet, stubborn knowing that said, I am ahead of my time, not behind it. Most people quit not because the path is hard, but because they cannot stand the silence between effort and reward. They need applause too early. They need validation before results. And when it doesn't come, doubt slips in like a thief at night. That doubt does not shout, it whispers. Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you're not built like them. Maybe you should wait. And waiting becomes a habit. Days turn into years, potential turns into regret. But you are not here to wait. You are here because somewhere inside you, something refuses to accept an ordinary ending. Confidence is not loud behavior, it is inner alignment. It is when your actions stop negotiating with your fears. Abraham Lincoln lost elections, he lost businesses, he lost reputation, but he never lost self-trust. When the world questioned him, he did not rush to explain himself. He kept walking. That is the difference between those who fail and those who rise. Failures argue with reality. Winners accept reality, then outgrow it. Most people want clarity before they move, but clarity is not found in thinking, it is forged in action. You do not become confident and then act, you act and confidence catches up. This is the part most people misunderstand. They sit still, waiting to feel ready, but readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. When Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right, he wasn't offering inspiration, he was stating a law. The mind follows commands, and most people are issuing the wrong ones. Every time you hesitate, you train doubt. Every time you move despite fear, you train certainty. Discipline is not punishment, it is self-respect in action. The world bows to those who move with purpose because purpose is rare. Most drift, few decide, and decision is magnetic. People sense it, opportunities respond to it, resistance respects it. This is why two people can face the same obstacle and have completely different outcomes. One sees proof that life is unfair, the other sees a test of identity. You are not tested to break you, you are tested to reveal you. Confidence grows when your inner dialogue changes, when excuses lose their voice, when commitment becomes non-negotiable. The moment you stop explaining yourself to people who are not living your future, you begin to rise. Dale Carnegie taught that you win people not by force, but by certainty mixed with empathy, confidence without arrogance, strength without noise. This is not about dominating others, this is about mastering yourself. Because the hardest person you will ever have to convince is you. And once you do, the world follows quietly. There will be days when progress feels invisible, when effort feels wasted, when silence feels heavy. Those days are not signs to stop. They are signs that transformation is happening beneath the surface. Roots grow in darkness before trees touch the sky. Most people quit in the dark. You won't, because now you understand something they never did. Failure is not the opposite of success. Indecision is, and you have decided not to wait, not to beg for confidence, not to shrink when the world stays silent. You move, you build, you become. And one day, without announcement, without permission, the world will look at you differently. Not because you asked it to, but because certainty commands respect. And that is why most people fail, and why you won't.
The world never rewards potential. It bows to certainty. The moment you stop doubting your own voice, everything begins to change. Not because the world shifted, but because you did.